The early morning mist rose over Manila Bay as the final shipment of BrahMos missile batteries arrived. News cameras flashed. Soldiers stood proudly on the docks, their eyes fixed on the massive containers being unloaded. For the Philippines, this was not just another delivery. It was a symbol of new strength and hope. As cranes swung the precious cargo onto waiting trucks, the message was clear. The Philippines had stepped into a new era. Crowds gathered, waving flags and snapping photos. The BrahMos had finally come home. People felt safer, prouder, and more optimistic about their country's future. This was a moment when the Philippines boldly declared, "We are ready to defend our nation." What is the BrahMos missile? Developed by India and Russia, BrahMos is one of the world's fastest and most accurate supersonic cruise missiles. It travels at up to Mach 3, 3 times the speed of sound, reaching targets much faster than most missiles. With a range of up to 400 kilometers, it puts many threats within reach. BrahMos can be launched from land, sea, or air, making it extremely flexible. Its advanced guidance system strikes within meters of its target. For the Philippines, BrahMos is a leap forward, fast, accurate, and powerful. Before the BrahMos, the Philippines relied on older systems and smaller weapons to guard its territory. While the armed forces have always been brave, their equipment often lagged behind regional rivals. Now, with the BrahMos, everything changes. The country can defend its waters and islands more effectively. Commanders have new options for responding to threats. The new missile batteries give the Philippines the ability to strike enemy ships or bases before they reach Filipino shores. This means any hostile force must think twice before acting. The BrahMos does not just defend, it deters. Its presence alone sends a message the Philippines can and will fight back if threatened. For years, Filipino troops watched as rivals built up their arsenals. Now, the country is catching up. The arrival of the BrahMos also means new training for Filipino soldiers. They are learning to operate the launchers, maintain the systems, and plan missions. This knowledge boosts their confidence and skill. It also raises the standard for the entire military. Modern warfare is changing fast. With BrahMos, the Philippines is not just keeping pace, it is leading in some areas. For the Filipino people, the new missiles are a symbol of progress. They show that the government is serious about protecting its citizens. Communities along the coast feel safer, and the nation as a whole stands taller. The transformation is not just technical, it is emotional and cultural too. The arrival of the BrahMos in the Philippines has not gone unnoticed by its neighbors. Countries like Vietnam and Indonesia are watching closely. In Southeast Asia, military balance is always shifting. When one nation upgrades its defenses, others pay attention. The deployment of BrahMos alters the region's security landscape. Some see it as a stabilizing move, others worry it may spark an arms race. Vietnam, like the Philippines, has its own disputes in the South China Sea. The possibility of acquiring similar technology is appealing. Indonesia, with its many islands, also faces security challenges. Both countries may seek to upgrade their forces, learning from the Philippine example. This could lead to new partnerships and defense deals across the region. At the same time, the presence of BrahMos may encourage dialogue. Neighboring countries may talk more openly about security and cooperation. With greater military power comes greater responsibility. The Philippines will need to balance strength with diplomacy, ensuring that new weapons do not create new tensions. Overall, the BrahMos does not just affect the Philippines, it changes the calculations of all countries in Southeast Asia. Allies feel reassured. Rivals must reconsider their strategies. The region enters a new phase, one where technology, partnerships, and careful planning matter more than ever. The BrahMos deal is more than just a weapons purchase, it's really the start of a much deeper relationship between the Philippines and India. For years, the two countries had friendly ties, but, there was only limited cooperation. Now they've worked closely together on things like training, technology transfer, and strategic planning. This partnership actually opens doors to other areas, like trade, education, and disaster response. India, as the world's largest democracy, brings some really valuable experience and resources to the table. By sharing the BrahMos system, it's signaling both trust and respect. The Philippines, in turn, gains a partner outside its usual circle of allies. This helps reduce reliance on any single power, and gives the country more options in a world that's always changing. The partnership also sets an example for other Southeast Asian nations. It shows that, new alliances are possible, even in a region that's long been shaped by bigger powers. By working together, India and the Philippines can tackle common challenges, from maritime security to cyber threats. Looking ahead, the two countries might expand their cooperation even further. Joint exercises, intelligence sharing, and even defense research are all on the table. The BrahMos is really just the beginning. The future holds so many possibilities for this growing alliance. For ordinary Filipinos, the arrival of the BrahMos is more than just a news story. It's really a source of pride. People see their country investing in its future, protecting its people, and standing tall on the world stage. Social media, just buzzes with messages of support for the military. School children are learning about the new missiles in class, and families are talking about them at their dinner tables. This boost in morale, honestly, it really matters. For years, Filipinos have faced challenges at home and abroad. Natural disasters, economic struggles, and security threats have tested their spirit. Now, the BrahMos gives them something positive to rally around. It reminds everyone that their nation is strong and capable. Confidence can be just as important as hardware. When people believe in their country, they're way more willing to support its goals. The BrahMos raises expectations not just for defense, but for national achievement. It inspires young Filipinos to dream bigger, work harder, and serve with pride. In the end, the real power of the BrahMos may not be its speed or range, it's the hope and unity it brings to the Philippines. That spirit is what will shape the country's destiny for years to come. The BrahMos deal is also, well, a lesson in self-reliance. The Philippines, like a lot of small nations, has often depended on stronger allies for defense. With the arrival of the missile system, the country is taking a step toward standing on its own. This isn't about rejecting friends, it's about building strength from within. Modern weapons require skilled operators, smart planning, and strong support systems. By investing in training and infrastructure, the Philippines is preparing for the future. Other countries facing similar challenges are watching closely. They see that, hey, it is possible to upgrade defenses, even with limited resources. This shift towards self-reliance is really important. It means the Philippines can act faster in a crisis. It also gives the country more say in regional affairs. When small nations grow stronger, the balance of power evens out. The result is a safer, more stable region. Still, self-reliance doesn't mean isolation. The Philippines will continue working with partners and allies, but now, with BrahMos in its arsenal, it can do so from a position of greater confidence and independence. The arrival of the BrahMos opens a new chapter, but it also brings new challenges. Maintaining advanced weapons, well, it's not easy. It requires regular training, careful planning, and responsible leadership. The Philippines must make sure that its new power is used wisely and safely. There will be debates about spending, priorities, and foreign policy. Some folks will worry about provoking rivals or sparking an arms race. Others will call for even more investment in defense. The government has to listen, learn, and adjust its plans as needed. The key is balance. Strength with caution, ambition with responsibility. At the same time, there's a lot of hope. The BrahMos is a tool for peace just as much as for war. Its presence can deter conflict, encourage diplomacy, and protect lives. With the right vision, the Philippines can use its new strength to build a better future, not just for itself, but for all of Southeast Asia. In this new era, every decision really matters. The lessons learned now will shape the nation's destiny for decades to come. The BrahMos is more than just a missile. It's a symbol of what the Philippines can achieve when it dares to dream big. The arrival of the final BrahMos missile battery marks a real turning point for the Philippines. In one dramatic morning, the nation leaped forward, embracing new technology, forging new partnerships, and inspiring a whole new sense of pride. The road ahead won't be easy, but the direction is clear. The Philippines is stronger, more confident, and ready to defend its future. Neighbors and rivals alike must now adjust to a new reality. The balance of power in Southeast Asia has shifted. The BrahMos is not just a weapon, it's a promise to protect, to deter, and to build a better tomorrow. For the Filipino people, this is a moment to remember. The world is watching, and the Philippines is ready to lead. As the sun sets on the old era, a new one begins. The BrahMos has arrived, and with it, a brighter future for the Pearl of the Orient.